Hello, good evening, welcome back. Monday night, 7 o'clock, well, slightly past 7 o'clock, for Monday Race Club Tier 2. It's round 8. No, it's not, excuse me, it's round 9. Because we've got two, we got two more after this, I believe. Do apologise as well for earlier, a few minutes ago. I did put up a stream, but I forgot to change the name from Austria to Great Britain. Slightly different vibe this week. We've travelled all the way. I'm gonna upset him now. Travelled all the way to the north of England. Well, we say north. From Birmingham, we're bringing you Andrew Maud, Monster 89, Gene Genie's teammate from Tier 1. How are you doing this evening, Andrew?
I'm not too bad, Jacob. Thanks for having me along tonight.
No problem. I hope it didn't upset you too much.
No.
My reference there.
No problem.
you know that I 100% said it on purpose. You knew that was.
I'll let you off. Don't worry.
Because otherwise you're not invited back. So
no, don't worry.
Really looking forward to this track. It's well, obviously everyone will know. Everyone knows it's an absolute classic. Really fast,
Definitely.
really flowing circuit. Yeah, it should be good. I'm just trying to put the stream into the chat, so bear with me just a second.
Yeah, no worries. I'm just keeping an eye on who's doing what at the minute.
It's usually that sort of first 5 minutes, and then you kind of like, what do we talk about? And then the lap times start rolling in. I think single track is one of the first to get out for a timed lap. No, excuse me, I was wrong. Vans Racing has just popped in a 1:29 as we've just seen single track get
single track.
Absolutely, that one can put you in the wall right there on the right hand side, but luckily he's managed to get out of that one. He's going to need to come into the pits now for a new set of softs, but obviously that is the lesser of two evils, that and retirement. And now of course he's got to try and keep out of the way of everybody else. Let's see if we can go to someone else on a flyer at the moment. Night Shadow, you remember him from last week, covered Tier 3 comms in Austria, acquitted himself quite well, and a lot of people picked up on the Paul de Resta, David Coulthard vibe. Which, to be honest, I think Monday Race Club was missing a Scott's voice somewhere in there. But he's exactly, and he's gone with a third. He's got that time in, but that corner as well. That first corner is so tricky, because once the back goes, that's it. And I think that is.
Slam the brakes on, that's it.
Yep. Especially if you've gone for rear brake bias, that'll quickly spin you around. Let's see who else is on a lap at the minute. His teammate Ghetto Biggie on a lap, and we'll go back to Mark at some point as well.
I'll keep an eye on Hodgie just a minute, see what he's up to.
Good stuff. I know, well, we were just speaking to him a moment ago, and qualifying pace is expecting not too great, but I wonder if that was a little bit of sort of mind games, a little bit of self-G'ing up.
He's a capable enough driver.
Oh, absolutely, there's no question about that, is there? And we're just going to see where Get Biggie is going to be able to put himself on the softs. 5th place, 129.3.
Hodgie, interesting, he's on the mediums though for his first run.
That makes a bit of sense, because it's, you know, you need to get a few banker lap times in. The mediums, especially in a 50% race, I've noticed, is probably the better tyre to start on. No issues through cops there for Hodgson.
Definitely, but the one thing you've got to watch out for Silverstone, it's a very slow pit lane as well. Very long and very slow pit lane.
Incredibly slow pit lane. It's actually it's torture. I went in, hopped in, I think it was Thursday or Friday for the for one of the practice rounds, and then yeah, in the race trying to do a pit stop, just watching all the cars go by. It's hell.
Yeah.
But then you know, you do your 1 or 2 laps on the mediums, because by the second lap they're usually a bit faster once they've heated up. And then you've got to bank a lap, and if it's a good enough lap that it sort of stays in that top 10, you might not necessarily need to come out on the softs as well. He's
43.9.
It did look towards the end. Yeah. Oh, he's done the same thing there as Night Shadow. He's really gone there.
Keep out the wall.
And I think he's done it. Sorry about that camera angle there, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
But Mark has managed to keep it out of the wall. He'll be straight in for a new set of softs now. There's no point going for another lap. 10 minutes to go. You can probably get 2 runs in on the soft if he gets back quickly enough.
Yeah. He's back halfway around the lap anyway now. He's just going through Maggots and Beckett's. Oh, is that his teammate, actually?
That might be his teammate, because he was going through the loop as I've switched to Stube. Currently on a lap at the moment. It's another thing about Silverstone as well is it's super easy in qualifying to get your lap time deleted. Really easy. It's up there with Austria. And me personally, I really struggle to hook it up, because you do a lap, you make a mistake, you lose a bit of confidence. You know. Yeah,
it does hit you. But I know what you're saying with the track limits, because you can lose it at Cops, you can lose it at Maggots and Beckett's, even Stowe if you run a little bit too wide, you can lose the lap. So it's a quick circuit, but you've got to be careful with it.
Absolutely. Just having a look at one of the lads. Unfortunately, has had a bit of a customary glitch at the minute, but I think they're sorting that out in the chat at the moment. So, Codemasters, but if you have a glitch, best thing to do is to basically shut the whole game down, start again. Failing that, throw your PlayStation in the bin. So we got quite a few have stayed in the pits. I don't think anybody has had a lap time deleted as of yet.
I've seen a couple of invalidations going through, but I know single track, he's coming round club now to start another lap. I think maybe on the same set of mediums again, I'm not too sure, but...
Ooh, and Paskov just cut to him, he's gone into the wall, luckily no tyre damage. Caught the back end of that, he's coming through Cop, same thing, lost the rear, tried to gather it up, and then that spat him into the left hand side. He's gone straight across Maggots and Beckett's. That is one way to get back to the pits quickly. Just don't throw it off the road. In doing so, he hasn't done that. Luckily, he should be able to get back. Vans Racing, his teammate just coming to the end of a lap now. Is this going to be an improvement? I think it will be.
It's invalidated.
Oh no! So he's done that. He's had a similar thing. Just and that's the thing, Andy. You only have to be marginally over what is deemed a penalty. You don't even have to have all 2 wheels off, which is annoying. But then that's part of the skill that we're asking these guys to do. Let's hop back to single track quickly. No, sorry, they didn't do it. And here we go. We'll be able to catch the back end of this and see where we're about. So he's got out on the medium. So he did the softs before, which was probably the better option.
He's going to end up. Nice line.
I imagine it'll be in the midfield. Nope, lap deleted.
I must have lost it off the last corner.
Potentially.
But I have done it a couple of times. You can cut turn 1, and that will stop your lap.
Yep, I did that yesterday in a practice. I did hop in for a practice session, and I just couldn't hook qualifying up, because same thing, just trying to take a little bit too much at turn 1, and then the whole thing goes. Just cut Shadow Cobra. He's without a front wing and without a time. And
he keeps his head up, gets back to the pits so he can get another good lap in.
Should be easily done. Just trying to bring up the standings. Shadow Cobra Tier 2 championship. No, he's not. Excuse me, because that is now Fox River 8. Yes, excuse me. Last week, Shadow Cobra's looking to do a bit of damage limitation as Lorpy has retired from the session. Ghetto Biggie disqualified for going the wrong way. I'm sure that's a bit of a glitch. As Shadow Cobra, I think, has had a lap time deleted, and he's decided to bail out that one. He's going to come in. So we've got a lot of people having the same problem as I described earlier. Just as soon as you do one mistake, it's very, very hard to hurt the rest of qualifying up, because then you know you're driving within yourself. You're not giving it everything and letting it flow, because you're just trying to avoid picking up any penalties. Exactly that. So we've got five guys. I haven't had a Five Guys in years. It's a great restaurant. Five guys yet to settle that time. That is Shadow Cobra, second in championship. Fatch, he got the win in Tier 3 in Austria last week. I'll give him a quick GG on that, even though I'm still bitter. Alex, well, both McLarens actually have not set lap time, and Womax as well, but we've seen Womax in the past do this and then absolutely shoot up towards the top of the leaderboard, so don't count any of them just out. I think Brogan Morris will be coming in for a lap as we cut to him.
P7.
Maiden podium last week on Wednesday for T3, putting himself in the conversation for most improved driver in the league.
Most definitely, it's good to see.
It is really, really good to see, because you know I was here sort of the back end of last season. I did do that. No, sorry, it was at the beginning. Excuse me. Obviously, this is my second full season with these guys, and you know you're just seeing some of the names, like you know someone like Brogan, Shadow Cobra, I think is one as well. Dumbest Hornet as well. I'm going to give a shout out to him. He's not in this league here tonight, but you know these guys, when they first started, I was here marginally a bit before them. You know, good races, clean races, exactly what we're asking of them. But you know, let's in and around the midfield, but in their respective tiers. You know, those three, to name just a few, they've really stepped up, and as you say, it's great to see that progress. Yeah. Mark Hodgson, look at that! He said he didn't like qualifying here, and he's just gone P2.
Where did he pull that out from?
I don't know. He's reached down the back of the sofa and pulled out the stopwatches. And
yes, Toto will be happy with that lap.
He will be very, very pleased. You know, and he can get back in again. He's only, what, 100th off Emiliano in that Alpine.
No bias here.
No, of course not. Of course not. Single track out for another lap. I believe that is him going past in your shot now. Yes, it was. This is basically, well, it's an out lap, but this will be the last chance saloon for single track looking at the time. Thatch on a quick lap now. Look at that. Go runs wide outside of Cops. I will not be surprised if that lap time gets deleted. But we'll wait for the beginning of the hanger straight to see where he's up. Is he going to be up at all? Doesn't say. Oh no, excuse me. That's because this is his first time lap.
Nice line through Stoke.
A little bit of curb on the inside. Didn't have to correct too much on the exit.
No. Car looks planted.
Absolutely. No hints of squirrels outside there. Look at that! 1:27.9. There's your benchmark, guys. 0.4 of a second quicker than Emiliano. And you did say it looked planted, and there is the manifestation of his setup. Currently provisional pole with 2 minutes to go. Who can stop him? We've got. Where is Shadow Cobra on his lap at the minute? So
is just in the loop at the minute.
Yes, single track is a little bit further along. Actually, no, I think these guys are in formation more or less. M. Paskov has retired from the session, but he has set a lap time.
I think there's
If you're going to say the word, there's a glitch.
No, I was going to say I thought I saw a car off as I was looking through a couple of cameras.
That may have been M. Paskov, because that didn't happen too long ago. And this is actually a big lap, because the only for Shadow Cobra, because the only person who set a qualifying lap time on mediums is BGR, and he's only 9th. So Shadow Cobra has got to make these work, because there's not many other people trying it. Where's he going to be on the timings? Again, he's not set a lap, so we don't have any previous data to go off. And then we'll switch to single track. He's in the background. O'Fatch still on provisional pole. Emiliano on an outlap. Mark is in the pits, obviously. Fox River 8 on an outlap. Coming towards the end of Shadow Cobras.
Again, looking really planted.
Gets through Vale. Round the final turn. 7th. I think he'll be pleased with that.
Definitely.
Where does single track put himself? Got to lift himself out of 17th. He's struggling to get the power down a little bit through there.
I think their lap was invalidated. I saw the red.
As well, he has gone round again, so if he could give it another go. Body language of the car suggests he's doing so.
I hope so.
Because this is not where he will have want to have qualified.
Keep a quick eye on Emiliano.
We've gone straight to him now. He's actually up by 100th. Fox River 8 puts it on provisional pole. Beats O'Fatch's very impressive time by 1/10.
Very close as we used to.
Absolutely. Vans Racing is in the pits. As well as Mark Hodgson. So the only one in the top 5 that can do anything about Fox River 8 is Emiliano. I know Shadow Cobra's only 7th, but you know he's the leading guy on the soft tyre, 2nd in championship. That is going to be something for Fox to think about, most definitely. But meanwhile, it's his teammate.
He needs a monster last couple of corners.
I see what you did there.
Not intentional.
Keep them coming. Final couple of corners now for Emiliano. Where is this going to put him? I think it is an improvement, but it's not enough to lift him out of 3rd place. So the top 5 are set. BGR going through at the minute. Well, I want to see if single track is so single track did set a lap time in the end.
16th though.
It's only 16th. He is not going to be pleased with that. But it's going to be great for us, because we're going to see quite a few guys out of position trying to come through, and I think BGR has very much bailed out of that lap.
Just had a quick check. Grimo P5.
Oh, look at that! So that we got a late change there. Sorry, excuse me, I did miss that.
No.
But that is pretty much your grid set, guys. So it's Fox River 8 with another tier 2 pole position. Well done to him. O'Fatch following up that quite excellent win in tier 3 last week. 2nd on the grid. Emiliano 3rd. Mark Hodgson, I think he's going to be pretty pleased with that. He really wasn't up for qualifying, but he's put it P4. And Grimo, as Andy said, late one to the party, but he's there nonetheless in P5. Vans Racing 6th. Lorpy 7th, early retirement. Shadow Cobra 2nd in the championship, 8th, but he's on the medium tyres. So watch out for him in the race. Alex, the lead McLaren, then is 9th, and Stu, the 2nd Aston Martin, completes that top 10. We've got some guys lapping at the minute. Not quite sure who that is for, but I think because we're waiting for BGR to come into the pits. There we are, yeah. So that was your top 10. Fox River 8 takes pole. We'll go through the rest of the runners very, very shortly. Here we are. There you go. Confirmation then, the Aston Martin of Fox River 8 will lead the field away in about 5 minutes. O'Fatch 2nd, Emiliano 3rd. That's your top 3. We went through the top 10 earlier for the purposes of time. We'll continue down to the bottom 10. Is BGR, the lead Ferrari, in 11th. Brogan, tier 3 podium finisher, will start 12th in the Red Bull. 13th, Night Shadow. 14th, M. Paskov. 15th, Boothby. 16th, single track. Let's see what he can do. Scott 83, Mark Hodgson's teammate 17th. Womack didn't get to set time in that Ferrari. Ghetto Biggie and Guy disqualified each, probably for very menial reasons. But they will start at the back of the grid. Lots of interesting little plots and themes beginning to emerge just from that qualifying session.
Definitely.
What are some of the main ones that you can see? For me personally, Shadow Cobra starting on the medium tyres, 1 of 2 in that top 10.
That will be an interesting development in how he takes that. Definitely. As well as Alex, who was on mediums as well.
It's one of those, isn't it? If it's a... I'm probably going to jinx it already, but if it's a fairly clean race, the mediums you would have to say are probably the better tyre to start on, because then you're almost guaranteed of one stop. You can just bung the hards on at the end. But if a safety car is called maybe just a bit marginally before your pit stop in the middle of the Grand Prix, then that can throw a spanner in the works, because then you might have to stretch another set a little bit longer. All the fun things.
Yeah, definitely.
I will just sort out the telemetry and all that kind of stuff.
So a quick look and see what we've got. So put the position change on quickly.
It's really annoying that they just don't do this to begin with. But look at this. Here we go. So Shadow Cobra and BGR. No, excuse. No, Alex. Yeah, no. Excuse me. You are right. It was Alex that are on the medium tyres in 8th and 9th. And then looking further down, outside the top 10, the bottom 10, only 2 are starting on the soft tyres.
Boothie and Paskov, they're going to go aggressive off the start.
Absolutely, yeah, because they want to make those softs count. Because, tyre wear around Silverstone usually takes a little bit of time, but when it does come, it hits you hard, because you're just not going to have the grip to navigate those medium or higher speed corners. And they're quite difficult anyway with fresh tyres, as we saw with some of the offs in qualifying. So yeah, as you say, they will want to make good use of those before they start coming to the end of their life. If you're just tuning in, we'll just running through that grid order real quick. It is Fox, River 8, you're looking at him now on pole. O'Fatch in second, lining up P2. Emiliano, the lead Alpine today, he's third. Mark Hodgson, great effort to put it P4. Grimo completes the top 5. And then Vans racing in the Haas, Lorpe in the Red Bull, Shadow Cobra second in championship in the second Alpine, Alex 9th, and then Stu rounds off that top 10. BGR, lead Ferrari 11th, Brogan Morris 12th, Knight Shadow is 13th, and Paskov 14th in that Haas, Boothby in the Williams. Those are the 2 guys we're saying need to make use of those soft tyres while they got the chance. Single track behind in 16th, started on the mediums, as will Scott in 17th, 18th for Womack's Ghetto Biggie. Guy disqualified from that qualifying session for reasons unbeknown to me, but they will both start on that medium tyre. So let's try and get a good little camera angle, if I can.
I'll keep an eye on the shadow quickly.
Trying to get rid of that. It's not going to do it, is it?
No.
There we are. There we go. Right. So 3, 4, 5 lights. We'll be getting away for the British Grand Prix Tier 2. Here we go. Fox River 8 looks to me like he's got a pretty decent start and has covered that lead off. O'Fatch and Emiliano doing battle early on. We've got McLaren going wide, but I think they've managed to get through turns 1 and 2 relatively intact. As I say that, O'Fatch has been spun around there. Mark Hodgson inherits second place. Emiliano managed to keep out of the way. I think it might have been those 2 that touched, but either way, Emiliano carries on his third. Grimo up to 4th. Vans Racing 5th. Lorpe 6th. Shadow Cobra up a position there in 7th. Brogan up 4 places into 8th. Alex trying to hold off Stube. Dusto, that's rounding out your top 10. And O'Fatch, look at that, down 18 places, not where he'd want to start.
He's unlucky, but he's got time to come back.
Absolutely, especially if there's a safety car. We've seen that many times. You could be at the back, and look at that. Stuber's almost pushing Alex through the corner. I think he got a little bit loose. We've got a Toro Rosso who's gone off at Cops as well. We look at that Stube getting absolutely swamped by Ferrari and Alpha Tauri. Look, both Alpha Tauris, Night Shadow and Get a Biggie. I think he was a little bit slow out of Cops, and that just backed everyone up. But he's held off the two Alpha Tauris for now, going defensive there. I think Thatcher's making some positions already, so he's looking to make moves. We've got a look at that. We got a Mercedes there, right there in the background. I think that's Boopy and Scott fighting. Scott has got through. Boopy losing out now to Rumax and to his teammate. I think he held his teammate off, but either way, losing a few positions there in the first corner. Run back to the front, and Mark is keeping Fox River 8 pretty honest up there. He's not broken that 1 second.
Not yet. Just had a quick look as well. Look at Brogan's start as well. P7 ahead of Shadow.
Absolutely up there with the best starts this evening. Let's go back to the tyre data. We got that timing glitch up on the left hand side. God, I hope they fix that. But it's Fox River 8. There's your top three. Mark Hodgson, Emiliano.
Miller at the back.
Paskov has gone round. Vans Racing and Grimo. So top five.
They've swapped.
Has Vans Racing and Grimo swapped?
Well, I'm fairly certain they had. I was sure Grimo was top, I think, 4th place after the first couple of bends. So.
Yes, they were. Excuse me. Yeah, they were. So it looks like Vans Racing has actually managed to get round somewhere around the track. Shadow Cobra, meanwhile, further back, putting the moves on Brogan. And it'll be about lap 2 or 3 that those tyres will start to switch on. Vans Racing, fastest lap of the race, 131.2. DRS now enabled. But actually, look at that. Fox River 8 has actually dropped Mark Hodgson to outside of that second he needs. So Hodgie is going to be under pressure from Emiliano behind. He's going to have that DRS. Look, it's popped open right there. We'll just hop on board and get an idea of the overspeed down the Wellington Straight. Close but not close enough. Oh, he's gone very wide there as Mark through Brooklands corner.
Helps straighten the exit up though.
Hey, look at yeah. There's quite a few different lines you can take around some of the slower corners. So if you do go a little bit wide, as Mark did there, you can rescue it. But look at this, Emiliano's absolutely trained on the rear wing of that Mercedes, and it'll be interesting to see how much overspeed he'll get with the DRS down the Hangar Straight. Not as great exit as Mark out of Maggots and Beckett's, but here we go. Look, we're on board with him now. We've got the DRS open. I think Mark has got the DRS as well, actually.
Yeah, he got it to defend as well. He must have got it in the 1 second.
So handy for Mark there. Look at that. Lorpy's going up the inside of Grimo, so
Grimo might have a run back into club.
Takes 5th position away. I think he's backed out of that one.
He's got to watch out Shadow Cobra's the only wing in a few laps.
And look at that, Mark Hodgson with the fastest lap of the race at 130.0 dead on. So we'll have a look and see if he's a little bit closer. He is.
I think James has been on the radio and told him it's Hodgie time.
Hodgson, it's James. Was that a good enough impression? I don't know.
That was spot on.
Either way, Mark Hodgson has certainly heard the call when he's responded and put himself within that 1 second DRS range that he needs to not only attack the Aston Martin but also defend from that Alpine behind. So things starting to settle down a little bit now in the opening few laps. Top 5, we have seen that change. Lorpy did get up the inside of Grimo.
Just as I feared, Shadow's on his rear wing.
So I would say the Mercedes is probably a little bit more planted because Emiliano's having a bit of a tough job trying to keep up in those high speed corners. And look at that, Mark, that DRS is really helping him out. as Emiliano goes a little bit wide. Won't hurt too much, but you've got to be careful getting the curve there.
Just keeping an eye on Shadow and Grimo. In a minute, Shadow's all over his rear wing now.
Further up top, it's a second separating the top three. Emiliano now with the fastest lap, 1 minute 30, and he's right on the rear wing here. Mark Hodgson going defensive there and keeping that place, but Emiliano just trying to hook up the... Oh, he's got a 3-second time penalty for his troubles. And that's what we were saying earlier. It's so easy to pick up a penalty here, because all he was doing was following his line out of the corner. And if you're going to adjust while you're on the loud pedal, then that's when you can get turned round. So he's avoided that, but he has picked up a 3-second penalty. He dropped a little bit further back from Mark. Mark's still within that second he needs. But the top three, and by extension you could probably add Vans Racing in there as well, starting to get away from the middle of the pack now. Shadow Cobra, going back to what you said as well, he's right within range of Grimo, so you would say that the soft tyres are possibly losing their edge at this point. And Emiliano's closer than he's been all evening through that part of the track there, at the back end of the hangar straight, but luckily for Mark, the Alpine runs out of road.
Just keeping an eye on Shadow and Grimo again. Lorpy in the Red Bull ahead is saving Grimo at the minute with the DRS.
We've got a yellow in Sector 3. I saw that he was dropping down a little bit. Shadow Cobra is still right on the back there of Grimo, but I daren't come away from this top three battle.
It's Pascot is the other yellow flag with no front wing.
So he's had an incident somewhere. And look at this, look at Emiliano. He's itching to get past. He's moving left and jinking right, trying to put himself in the mirrors of that Mercedes. Excuse me, Mercedes.
Channeling his inner Nigel Mansell.
Well, I had a cough, and then it just kind of... I said it, and then I coughed at the same time. But
if these three keep battling, Vans is going to be right back in this.
Exactly that. It's if you're sacrificing lap time, trying to go around the outside of someone, that will bring the other person back into play. Hang on, I see M. Paskov going on intermediates down in last place.
Weird. I can confirm he is on intermediates.
That has got to be some sort of glitch, which isn't surprising if you've been with us for a couple of seasons now. Oh, that's very, very wide there for Emiliano.
Straight off Paskov. I think he should be coming back round again to get back on some dry tyres.
Sometimes I don't know. Sometimes I'll say to set mediums or set whatever. And there has been a few times, or maybe that you selected it beforehand, you forget to take it off or whatever. I don't know, but not great for the Hats man to be on inters, because he is losing buckets of time. Still, the top three absolutely line astern. Emiliano pushing Mark Hodgson through the corners. He does have that 3-second time penalty as well.
And Paskov's going to get in the way of these three.
Does we have the ghosting on, don't we? I'm
not too sure.
I think we do, but either way, it's if you know that the ghosting. Yeah, if you know that the ghosting's on and you're just trying to go straight on and just go straight through, it can be a little bit distracting when you sort of you basically go through someone.
No, but he's pulled off to the side though. Well done for him.
Exactly that. But look at this battle here. They're going to be going 3 wide very, very shortly. Emiliano goes to the inside. Mark Hodgson's got through on Fox River 8.
What a move.
Brilliant move. Emiliano did really, really well to take a look at that and back out of it. I mean, by all intents and purposes, he could have gone for it. But, yeah, 3 into 1 will not go. And if you're battling in that top 3, sometimes it does pay off to have a little bit of patience. But look at that. Mark Hodgson turned around to us, and the cheek of it, he said that he wasn't going to be, he didn't have the pace, he didn't have the quality pace, and look at him, he's started P4 and now he's first.
As I said, he's not as I say, some of the ones will say, oh, he's all flash and everything like that. He's effective and he gets the job done.
Absolutely, I think that's a solid way of putting it. I think he'll be pleased with that. He'll love you for that, Andy.
Oh, no worries.
But what Mark Hodgson will be hoping for now is the same pressure that Emiliano was putting on him. He's going to repay the favour and try and do to Fox River 8, because he's going to need that, because Fox River 8, he's not going to be happy that lead was given up. And look, he had a really good run through Crops then. He's right on the back. He's within 2/10 of that Mercedes. He's looking very planted too. What's happened?
Bit of deja vu we're going to have again now at this rate. Now with the... Roger's going to have to defend now.
Look at this, here we go, and he's got nobody ahead of him to nick a bit of DRS from either. And good straight line speed. Fox River 8 thought about it, he didn't get too fast. I think the move has happened with Shadow Cobra, and Fox River 8 bins off those tyres. He's had enough. Cut back to further down the field. Shadow Cobra did make that move past Lawpiece, so soft tyres starting to go off, medium tyres starting to come into their own here, Andy.
Definitely. This is going to be the worry now for the top 4. Where's Shadow Cobra going to be after the pit stop?
Exactly that. With those soft tyres, I mean, this is definitely a one-stop race. At which point, soft tyres maybe max lap 12 or 14. At which point you've lost a load of time.
Definitely. I've just read the comments in the stream. My very knowledgeable Alpine teammate, Genius, piped up. He goes, he's on Inters in honour of Lando. And
yeah. Don't worry, Lando, we've got you here at MRC. What a great race at the weekend. What a great race. I'm really sorry, but we're going to have to talk about it very briefly. If Sochi serves up a certified banger as it did yesterday, you know we're in a special season.
Definitely.
And all it's going to do is inspire more of those to get into F1, try the games. It's a good time to be an F1 fan at the minute. Fox River 8, he popped out, I think it was 14th, and I think, no, excuse me, 13th. It looked for a moment there that he'd just got past Scott, but no. So that's where he is, and we'll have a look and see what Mark does. I'm going to try and go back to him.
Fox River's in some clean air though as well. He's got at least about 4 or 5 seconds up to single track, so if he can just pound in some good laps now, he could close that gap.
Well, I'll tell you what, M. Paskov has just retired. Is that going to bring out a safety car? Because
he is in the pit lane, I think.
So he's yeah, so that's unfortunate. So I think that's just the case of knowing, right, okay, it's kind of foobar beyond beyond all recognition at this point. So rather than sort of stay frustrated and sort of kicking yourself sometimes, yeah, okay, fair enough.
Losses.
Yeah, can understand that one. But as you say, Fox River 8, I don't know, he's not making too much progress up against single track, and we saw this in the Russian Grand Prix, didn't we? People like, you know, your George Russells, your Carlos Sainz, your Lance Strolls, for example, they pitted early and then got caught up in the traffic. So the overcut was actually quite mega.
That's the risk you always run, though. You've got to find that little gap of track to drop into off the pit stop.
Super difficult. To actually do. You know, it's all right us saying in theory, but you know, when you're out there on track, it's a completely different kettle of fish. Mark Hodgson pits, so this is going to be interesting and actually crucial for the direction of this race. Look at that. So the top 3 have actually followed them in, followed Mark in, and that is going to allow Shadow Cobra to be released up top.
Hozzy should be out first because he's got the first pit box.
There you go. So well, we'll find out in a second where all these guys are going to filter through.
He's straight back out behind Vans.
There we are. That is a criminally slow pit stop, isn't it? Let's try and find out. So Fox River 8, there we go. He's coming up the pit straight now, where he's going to be. And Mark was in front. Now he's behind by 1.8 seconds as well. So
wow,
that shows you the power of the undercut. And Mark is going to be looking at that and thinking, what has happened?
Makes it worse for Mark though as well now. Fox is right on the back of single track.
Exactly, so he's going to have a McLaren in between the Aston Martin and Mercedes. As, well, no, I tell you what.
Oh, bit of contact.
A little bit of contact. We've got Fox River 8 who's ghosted up on my screen, so something going on there. But I did see that little front wing tap. I wonder if that's going to be a little bit of damage there for Fox River 8, if that's going to affect him at all.
Can't see anything.
He looks to be quite tight through cops, so I think he's got away with that, hitting it quite square on. But Mark is going to want to use this time that they're battling pretty wisely and get up to the back of these two real quick.
Definitely. You got to remember as well, Hodgie's still got to get the heat back into the tyres again. Fox has had a lap on him.
Yeah, that's a good point actually. So look, and we can see now Fox River 8 going for the move there on single track, gets it done. Pulled out the last moment. But 9 laps fresher tyres. You can't be too surprised at that. Yeah, massive difference in pace. And look, actually, you can see Mark Hodgson now getting up to the back of single track. He's going to want to clear him real quick. Rimo in the pits as well. Lorpe, 11 laps on those tyres.
He's got to pit soon, surely.
He's definitely going for that one stop here today. And then you've got, what, 12, 26...
14 to go.
14, yeah, 14, 15 laps. So
Shadow Cobra in a world of his own. A minute
up front, loving life. But this is the thing. This is what I was saying about starting on the medium tyres. Okay, yeah, pace advantage wise, probably not too much to choose from, but you can stay out longer. And if a safety car gets called, you can whack yourself on the soft tyres, lose minimal time. There you go.
Definitely. Yes, again, Genie's chiming in. He's going, France and Spain are usually boring and they're amazing too this year. Maybe Abu Dhabi might be interesting.
That is the hope, and I think as Lorpe comes into the pits, gets off those tyres and onto the mediums, I think they're doing the track changes for this year, aren't they? So we're going to get
Abu Dhabi, yes.
We're going to get a new layout. Which in ways I kind of understand and I don't understand, because the first sort of bend, that wasn't ever really an overtaking spot. That was just to slow the cars down around the stadium section. But it's the second after the second DRS zone which absolutely miffs me, because that's where you got all your overtaking. As Shadow Cobra gets a 3-second time penalty, that will hurt him towards the end of this race. But that just shows you he knows that now is the time to put those qualifying laps in and try and make those medium tyre and the offset strategy count.
But he's going to have the advantage though in the latter part of the race, because if he's going to be on the soft tyres, he should have the pace advantage.
Absolutely that, and as I said, if a safety car gets called, he's in the pound seat.
Hodgie as well, 3 seconds, and Emiliano.
So few penalties starting to creep in now. The only one of the or the only ones of the original top 5 not to have penalties: Fox River 8, Grimo and Vans Racing.
Top 6 are taking these mediums really long.
I think it's that same sort of thing, trying to get that that offset. But as you said earlier, it's that balancing act of leaving enough time at the end to be able to make it work. Or otherwise, it doesn't at all. No,
it defeats the point of it, doesn't it?
Closest balance at the moment, we've seen Vans Racing go past Emiliano. Alex was getting up to the back of Guy, but he's dropped off a little bit. I think we caught the back end of a mistake as we cut to him. But I've got to jot down all the way to Emiliano and Vans, because look at that, Emiliano is up on the grass in the first section of the loop. He's lost the position to Scott there. Didn't catch what happened, only got the back end of it. Close dicing with Vans Racing, I'd imagine, and he's now actually on the under pressure from Grimo. Mark Hodgson and Single Track, I can see, are fighting it out as well. Mark has taken probably a little bit longer than he would have liked to get past that McLaren, because look, Fox River 8 is 4 seconds up the road nearly, and Single Track absolutely defending hard from that Mercedes.
Key thing as well for Hodgie to help is now Scott's got ahead of Emiliano.
So we can hold it back. Oh! Single Track and Mark Hodgson nearly wiped each other out there. A door appeared and then it quickly closed. Single Track trying to break that toe. Mark Hodgson trying to stay in it. And Single Track has done enough. And this is just holding Hodgson up because he knows he's got the pace. He knows he's got the pace now, so this will be frustrating him. But we want to get past Single Track super quickly and get after Fox River 8, who's actually now got past Get a Biggie and is streaking clear, you might argue.
De facto race leader at the minute when his first 5 hit.
Absolutely. And then look at you look a bit further back, so yeah, no, he's about 4.5 seconds now ahead of Mark Hodgson, who has a little look there into the loop. And it's all about getting a nice exit here. He's got the ERS on, you can see on his steering wheel dash. And he's got the DRS now, and Single Track going defensive, stay in the middle of the track. Mark Hodgson's going to go for the outside. And I think he's trying to get the switch back. He's done really well there, cuts it super wide, and he's going to try and straighten up for the exit. Single Track parking it pretty much on the apex. Slow him down a little bit, but not too much, because look at this, he's gone outside, he's coming back inside, up to Copse. This is where Hamilton and Verstappen came together. These two don't, but look at this, Hodgson's got the move done on the exit of Copse, and before they get to brilliant battling from the pair of them. Left, right, inside, outside, slice and dice. Thank you very much for Mark Hodgson up to 8th, and now he's got to get on with the mission objective and get after Get a Biggie and quickly. Single Track, he's going to have a little look back, try and get past him. And we've got a retirement, that's the McLaren. Alex has retired, and he's parked that right on the apex there.
Oh god, yeah, that is dangerous.
Oh, I'm so glad that ghosted. I was in the car then with Single Track. What do you do? Do you trust that it's going to ghost, or do you not?
Bit of an edge there.
Luckily it did. Guy chooses to come in. He's preempting a safety car.
I'm amazed I've not thrown one yet.
Yeah, because that is the exact sort of location where you would expect one to have been pulled.
Definitely.
Some good battles up and down this field here today, and this is why I said this is a great track. We all love it because it invites that sort of close racing. Especially, you saw earlier with Single Track and Mark a lap ago, inside, outside, left, right. Eventually got that move done. Got a little bit of a train of cars from Emiliano. Or excuse me, Grimo, all the way down to Lorpe in 13th. We've got another retirement now, so the Williams of Boothby, he has exited this race with 10 to go.
He's in the pits.
So same thing, brought it in, box the car, retire the car.
Night Shadow's in.
So the first of the AlphaTauris. Oh no, that's a big mistake there from the AlphaTauri guys. They've come in together, and I don't think there is enough time, distance, whatever you want to call it, between them.
No.
That is going to hurt Get a Biggie. He's going to be hoping and praying that stop gets, and look, he's got to wait of the team element not quite coming off.
No.
Within all that, I missed. That's the look, and this is how far he's dropped down, because Get a Biggie was quite far along the road. He's now behind Single Track, who's taken his stop and got onto the soft tyre.
Now, where is Fox compared to the front two?
He's 6 seconds ahead of Mark, Andy.
I mean, with Shadow and BGR.
Oh, excuse me.
Sorry.
So it's longer than a. Well, there we go. We're now gonna find out. Fatch got past Emiliano. That's why we skipped down to him. So I want to see where.
This will be the big one.
Exactly, because he's about 19 seconds ahead. I think it's about 25 in here for a pit stop, maybe a bit longer. So we shall see. Oh, the race leader, BGR, he's gone. He's retired.
Safety car.
There we go. Fox River 8. This is what I was talking about. Look at that. Shadow Cobra going on the soft tyres. He hasn't lost any of that time. Mark Hodgson's not even going to get round to catch him. Shadow Cobra goes through. He's in a second place. And this is what I was saying about... Oh, no, and now he spun it. Got a bit too excited there. Onto that loud pedal. He's dropped down a fourth. I mean, it's still a net gain, but it's not P2.
Still, he should be in the pound seat, though. That pit stop was perfection. Timed perfectly.
Oh, he nearly gets taken. Nearly takes himself out behind the safety car. Calm it down.
But you're in the box seat here.
Absolutely. You know, you've got the guys ahead. Yes, they're absolutely rapid. But, you know, when you've got 8, 6 and 6 laps more age on your tyres, that will make a difference, no matter the level of your pace. And I think that's... Okay, yeah, they're cold tyres. But single track drive through penalty, spinning onto safety car, goes from bad to worse. Just not had the luck this year. He'll be looking to get this season over with and on to the next. But
I've been there. I know what it's like.
I was me and Carl were saying a couple of weeks ago, it's so easy to do. I just zone out and forget that the timing things are there, and before I know it, I've got to drive through. Yeah, we were saying, actually Fox River 8 is taking the moment to pit, as is Mark Hodgson. Vans Racing will stay out. I think that will give Shadow Cobra P2. Because Fox will lose a lot of points within this. But we've now got to start thinking about the title. Yes, he's got 3 seconds to go to be taken off as Shadow Cobra penalties. But you know, he's a good 9-10 points behind with 2 races after this one to go.
16.
Was it 3 races after this?
I don't know.
Oh no, excuse me. Yeah. I kept thinking it was a it was a 12 race season, but this one it's 10 because obviously we didn't have the new tracks added to it. So excuse me, yeah, 2 races to go after this. He's definitely thinking about that title, and this is why I said he was potentially a little bit excited, got a little bit too much on that loud pedal and spun it out of the pits. Yes, you got cold tyres, but you know, he started where 8th, 9th on those mediums, and now all of a sudden he knows he's looking at potentially a race win if he plays it right. So that could potentially have been the thinking there. He might well confirm that for us later on. But either way, that's a tremendous effort from Shadow Cobra, second in championship, to get up there.
Fantastic strategy.
Brilliant. He's played it to perfection. Thatcher's an interesting one behind. So
laps on those mediums.
He started, so him, Vans Racing, of course, in the lead, Lorpe and Emiliano. Haven't even gone through those guys in order, but yeah, they've decided to stay out, and everyone from 6th down to 14th, so that is Fox River 8 down to Wumax, has either gone for fresh softs or they were already on the softs. So we're going to see some overtaking, and I am properly looking forward to that.
It's going to be an interesting last few laps.
Absolutely that, and it'll be big for the title as well, because Shadow Cobra, he'll be on for, well, who's got the fastest lap first of all? That is Vans Racing. So Shadow Cobra will get 18 points, Fox River 8 will have 8, so that is that 10-point swing he would need to more or less tie this battle up with 2 to go.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm actually rubbing my hands together at the prospect of that.
It's going to be an interesting end of the season.
Oh, it really will be, and all it will come down to is a small moment. That's all it will come. Yeah, that's all it will come down to. Oh, it's good. It's really exciting. It's really exciting. I am. So we'll get underway with that battle very shortly. But yeah, look at that Shadow Cobra. Even if he gets past, hypothetically speaking, gets past Vans Racing and Fox River 8 works his way back up to second, that's still 7-point swing for Shadow Cobra. Absolutely.
I just hope the mechanics. I hope the Alpine strategists work as well later on for us.
yeah, of course, yeah, because you'll be hopping in for Tier 1, which is coming up right after this race here. And I have to say as well, over the past couple of weeks, okay, look, you've got a lot of new guys coming into leagues, and you got to get used to each other and gel, and that's all part and parcel of it. But the standard of racing in the last few weeks has gone up something else. And I'm talking across Tier 1 and Tier 2. It's brilliant. Brilliant to see. Yeah,
definitely. I think that's what helps with it as well, with the strength of the league, is the fact is that everyone just keeps getting better, and you can't stop. You've got to keep moving forward with it.
Absolutely that. Yeah. No, we're all a supportive bunch of guys, and yeah, it's all a bit of banter at the end of the day, isn't it? As well, you know. I'm sure Fox River 8, Shadow Cobra, they'll probably message each other after the race, you know, and have a bit of banter between them.
And each other, definitely.
Yeah, no, it's great. You know, it's not always going to be your time, but when it is, rest assured, everyone's going to cheer for you, as you would them, sort of thing. You know. Safety car in. Here we go.
Everyone's bunching up.
But look at that. Vans Racing has not thought about that. He was going for it for a second there, backed off, but I think he'll get going now. Sorry about that camera angle. But here we go. We are away for the final 5 laps. Vans Racing, Shadow Cobra, O'Fatch, Emiliano, Lorpe is your top 5 at the minute, coming through the first couple of corners. As Mark Hodgson's got past Night Shadow already further down. And look at this. This might be
the corner.
Yeah, look, he's so much grip, but he's run really wide. Careful you don't pick up another penalty. That could really upset things a little bit later. But now they're going in to... thought they were going to touch tyres there, but well kept from the pair of them. Through Luffield now. Through Woodcourt. It's a bit of a nothing corner. Really, this is the one where you keep it flat. Through Copse Corner. Lorpe, I can see in the background, doing a good job of keeping Fox River 8 behind. This is helping Shadow Cobra immensely. Did we just say immensely at the same time? I think we did.
We might have done, yes.
You owe me a Coke. Shadow Cobra very wide there through Maggots and Beckett's, but scoops it up, and he's now back on the rear wing. No DRS for this lap and the next lap, of course.
Just check the yellow at the back. It's unfortunate it's single track.
And so he was the one that unfortunately went round up in the top 5. Fox River 8 did manage to get past Lorpe.
He's got...
Mark Hodgson going around the outside of Guy there at the final corner. Is a very brave place to try and move, but side by side into turn 1. Guy does very well to keep back out of it. Look at that. There's a change up front. Shadow Cobra trying to put the move on Vans Racing. There's a little bit of contact there. A little bit of contact, but that I think is just because Shadow Cobra's got so much grip and he's through.
He's got him. He's got to run. He's got to go run for the hills now.
And absolutely, and O'Fatch as well, nearly getting into the... he did get into the back there of Vans Racing, but again, square on. No problem there, just trying to judge those braking zones. Fox River 8 is actually losing time to Lorpe. Excuse me, Emiliano.
The wheel to wheel.
Oh, right.
He'll stop them straight.
Oh, look at that, through Cops as well.
But Emiliano can play the team game here. Hold him up a bit.
And I think he's trying to, because they're going side by side through Cops, Maggotts and Beckett's, but we're not getting the camera angle to see it. Very sorry about this. But Fox River 8 has got that move done. But look at that, Emiliano's coming back as well. And this is exactly what you're saying. you know, he's not in the title picture, but he's doing all he can to help out his teammate just by holding Fox River 8 as much as he can. But I think he's going to have to let that one go. Fox River 8 has got past, but then you look at the gaps up front, it's about 6 seconds that Fox River 8 has got to make up. Guy getting past Lorpy, bit further down. We'll go back to the top three, because Vans Racing still has to watch out for O'Fatch, race winner from Tier 3 on Wednesday night, looking to follow that performance up with another excellent podium.
Vans might, if he thinks about it, it might be worth letting O'Fatch go and stick with him.
That's a good point, because obviously O'Fatch has the penalties. It's 6 seconds as well. So
Shadow's got 3.
I mean, it's kind of going against your racing instincts to do that, but like you said, it does make sense, because he would lose less time, and you know, he's not losing as long as he stays within 6 seconds. He's not going to lose that place, because all that's doing is allowing Fox River 8 to close up, and he is closing up.
Definitely. Shadow's got to put the hammer down.
He does, but then he's also got to think about those 3 seconds in terms of the penalties. There, look, there we are. Oh, actually, no, excuse me. Fox River 8, he's got a 3-second penalty, so that pretty much negates that. So as you say, just trying to get away and make sure he doesn't pick up any further penalties. Shadow Cobra, the 129.3. That is now the fastest lap of the race. So Shadow Cobra's on for the full 26 points here. That put him back in control of the championship, with only Baku and I think it's Canada to go.
Yep.
And quite a few penalties coming through as well, because I saw Grumo picked up a 3 seconds one just there. That means Vans Racing is the only man so far here tonight yet to pick up a penalty, but now I've said that, that'll probably happen. Oh, as I can see in the background, Fox River 8, he got such a better exit, but him and O'Fatch are going for it into Brooklands, but by the time they get through...
For O'Fatch.
For O'Fatch, yeah, I've just seen that pop up. Guy getting past Emiliano, so... O'Fatch is, look at that, he's still coming back, he's got round the outside, so we've got a better exit, and oh no, I've just seen the little notification, it's ghosted as well, so Fox River 8 unfortunately had some internet connection issues, he's disconnected from the game, that will slow him down to AI pace, and that is going to allow Mark Hodgson to go through. This is most unfortunate, not what Fox River 8 needs, what we need for this amazing title battle that is going on between him and Shadow Cobra. And with the field so closely bunched together, unless he can get back in as well, I fear this is going to be a no point race for Fox River 8, and that will be cruel indeed. Meanwhile, up top, Shadow Cobra is still putting in those quick laps. 2 to go then. Fox River 8 falling down the order unfairly, of course, but it's not. Look at that, you've got the 9th and 10th right there, with Rumax not far behind. And I really feel for the Aston Martin championship leader.
It is unfortunate.
This is just unfair. We're looking at it now. Rumax goes through. Fox River 8 is out of the points. And I just honestly hope that he can get back with a final lap to go and try and get something from that, because that is just cruel and not what we want to see. But
it's unfortunate.
Super unfortunate. It's just frustrating as well. Like, I want to throw my controller right now, but obviously if I do that you won't hear my beautiful voice, so can't do that. But I can definitely feel his frustration. And look at that. I mean, Mark Hodgson is he doesn't necessarily have to do it on the road. Goes a little bit wide there. Yes, Fox River 8, he's back, and as we cut to Mark and Guy having a moment there out at the edge of Maggers and Beckett's. He's right across the track. Is anyone going to go into him? I don't think they are.
No, he saved it.
Definitely going to need some water after this. I've not shut up at all, have I? But luckily, Fox River 8, he's back in the race. He's only got a couple of seconds to make up on Scott. Oh, he's pulling in. He's pulling into the pits.
Oh no.
Oh. I know what's coming up, and I don't think I'm ready for that. That is just so cruel.
Definitely.
Do you know what? I totally empathise with him just coming in and boxing that and just getting out of the race. Well, there we go, and there it's happened. So Fox River 8, commiserations there. It was brilliant race from yourself, and that is just. There's no words, is it? It's no, there isn't. Nothing you can say. What you can say, Mark Hodgson, he managed to get up to third, didn't he?
Yeah, he's gone ahead of O'Fatch on the road.
Nice. That's exactly how he will have wanted to have done it.
Knowing Hodgie, definitely.
100%. I mean, he could have afforded to stay back and get it on the penalties, but there's just something about doing it on the road.
More satisfaction.
But you know, this is an excellent race from Mark here today, and he's going to be. Oh, look at that! O'Fatch is going to try and get it. There you go. It said it's all about pride. He's going to try and get him back and do it on the road. We'll cut back to the front because Shadow Cobra, he's got the fastest lap. He's come from P7, started on the mediums, and he's going to come through and win this race and take full 26 points, swing the championship back in his favour. And you know what? That is a class drive. Vans Racing. Let's give a shout out to him. P2. Mark Hodgson's going to be super pleased with that. P3 for the Mercedes man, and brilliantly driven. Womax, look at that, P4.
P4, wow.
But that is going to be because of penalties. O'Fatch will cycle through back to P5. Good effort there from Night Shadow to finish P6. Grimo in P7. Scott 83 from outside the top 15. He finishes P8. He's going to be absolutely beaming with that. Law P, 9th in that Red Bull, and Emiliano. Fortunate couple of incidents. He, well, to be,
top 10.
Yeah, top 10. Yeah, so comes home in P10. Stu 344. Guy. Unfortunate time for Fox River 8 is 11, 12, 13. Single track just never got going in this one. Unfortunately, will finish P14. Lots of shouts for driver of the day in this one here tonight. I think yeah, sorry, crack on.
I'd say it probably would have to go to Womax because I checked the position change. He was up 14.
That is just nuts. He did come up as the game driver of the day, but I can think you can put the podium finish within that sort of bracket as well.
Definitely. Especially
great
Shadow.
Yeah, exactly. From P7, P8 through the win. Okay, got lucky with the safety car, but hey, you've got to put yourself there. Vans Racing with an incredible P2, and Mark Hodgson with a solid P3 from P4 was always in the mix here tonight, and he's going to be happy with that. He
was very quick.
Let's have a little look. Yeah, there you go. Womax, wow. P4 from 18th.
That's impressive.
That's very, very impressive. But that's your top three. Shadow Cobra has won this one. He gets the full 26 points with that fastest lap as well. Vans Racing second. Mark Hodgson P3. Womax, game driver of the day. Good shout for driver of the day. Full stop to P4. O'Fatch is 5th. Night Shadow 6th. Grimo 7th. Scott 83 is 8th. Law P 9th. Emiliano completes your top 10. Stu 344 is 11th. Guy in that Williams is 12th. Fox River 8 so unfortunate, retiring here tonight. Did well up until then. Finishes P13. P14 single track. 15th Gator Biggie. Brogan Morris 16th. BGR 17th. Boothby 18th. 19th Alex. And 20th for M Paskov. Right, I'm going to go take myself a 5-10 minute break. We'll be back for Tier 1 in just a moment, but very, very good race. Cheers for coming along, Andrew, as well. I think you did really well.
Thank you for having me.
No, not a problem, mate. Hopefully look forward to commentating with you or seeing you on the commentary team.
Hope so.
But that's it from us for Tier 2 here tonight. Hope you've had a good one, and we'll see you next week. Good night.
Good night.